Alright, it is unboxing time once again. Bottom's a little scratched. Oh wait, is that scratches? Somebody definitely wrote on this thing. That can be cleaned. Oh, that's already coming off. This is really a nice shape. Battery charged. Yep, fully charged. I shouldn't have to do any work to this thing. Really, this only needs a hard drive, as far as I'm concerned. We're gonna try and reset the PRAM, I think it's called. Let's go ahead and get this plugged in. Check this out. Camera trick. Can't remember what that what the button is to push. Oh, that's a. Oh my god. That sounded horrible. Wow. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Let me Google search what the buttons are for the PRAM. And if you don't know how to do this on your Mac, just look up any guide on how to do it, and it's something that you're probably going to have to do at least once in the lifetime of your Mac. It says 1, shut down the machine. Press the power button, then press Command Option PR, and I think it'll make the chime. Yeah, it says it'll make the chime. There we go. We've got the reset. Let's let it do it one more time just to be safe. There we go. It's a hit. All right. Just time to power this thing off. Yank the hard drive. Looks a little dented there. Okay, thank God. Okay. I finally have a computer that has not been disassembled prior to me owning it. Oh, thank God. See, people often overlook these hard drive errors just because it's like they're such a common problem, like just the hard drive failures in their nature, because as opposed to an SSD, a hard drive has a spinning disk which uses magnets to store data. you know, old school. It has to spin at a certain speed to even read at a decent speed. What you should have is an SSD, which is, I don't have one on hand because they're both in my computers. It's much more similar to a flash drive where it just has flash memory in it. It doesn't need to spin up to go fast. It doesn't really like slow down. It's much more durable than a hard drive. There's no moving parts, as the name would state, solid state drive. This MacBook looks like it's booting up to the desktop just fine, and there you have a perfectly fine MacBook Pro for $125. What I paid for this, which is really a lot more than I've spent on my other computers. Even my 2015 Lenovo, I got for less than this thing. But then again, it's an Apple product. It holds its value. This is why you don't use hard drives with a fast computer.
And well, the MacBook works great. I used it for a few things around the house and, you know, can't really complain about it much. Even the guy said the SD slot was broken, but that seems to work just fine. Literally the only thing it needed was a hard drive. But it's about to get a big kick in the ass. Now, I decided to go with the hybrid drive for this MacBook just for the sake that I got it really cheap on eBay. It was about 20 bucks used for a 500 gig hybrid SSHD. You know, I don't really expect SSD-like speeds with it, but I expect it to be much better than the standard 5400 RPM hard drive that's in this MacBook. And while I have this thing open, I'm going to go ahead and bump the RAM up from 4 to 8 gigabytes just to give it that extra kick. After those upgrades, the MacBook is much faster. And when it's all said and done, it's time to snap some photos of it and get it up on Facebook or Craigslist and see if we can sell this thing. Which just happens to be now because I actually just got a message on this MacBook and he's paying full price, the full $450 I'm asking in the listing price. But I have to meet him about 30 minutes away from my house, which luckily is only about $10 worth of gas for me there and back. So now it's just time to put on some driving music and cruise on out into the sunset. had him meet me at a Bojangles because I had to stop and get some of that legendary iced tea. But I got the $450 for the MacBook. And I spent $125 on the thing, plus $20 for the SSD and $20 for the RAM, and probably about $10 in gas getting out there. So I'm in about $175 for the MacBook, which is about a $270 profit. $275 profit, I mean, but I can't do math right now. Also, right before I sold this, I had this guy emailing me trying to lowball me on this MacBook, offering me like 220 bucks, saying, hey dude, this one sold for this much, so let me give you this much for the MacBook. And I'm like, it's in excellent shape and you can come pick it up today and you don't have to wait. If you found it on eBay, why don't you just go ahead and buy it there, you know, because like, why even waste my time? And then the joke was on him because I sold it for $50 more than I told him I was going to sell it for. And why did he even hit me up in the first place? Because look at when you look at this right here, he says he already has a 2018 MacBook Air. Is he bullshitting me, or is he just like being a dick? Like, I don't know. But that's a wrap for this MacBook. I'm gonna end this now because I got more MacBooks coming. I got a Mac Mini actually coming too, which should be interesting. Luckily I can use the RAM I stole from this old MacBook and put that in there because they take the same type of RAM. So subscribe, like, follow, share, ring the bell, and be friendly to your neighbor, and stay tuned for the next video.